What I followed, what happened? I thought tonight I might try something new. It's still a Cretin. I'm not in the kitchen, not on the porch, not fucking in the bathroom. A Cretin after dark, a Cretin on the bed, a Cretin awake. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. A Cretin nonetheless. I thought I'd come in and just tell stories tonight. I'm not cooking anything. I'm not fucking shaving anything. I'm not burning anything. Just thought I might come in and just tell a couple stories that will or will not fucking offend you, and that probably will offend you. Let me open this fucking beverage here. New format, first time. Excuse me. A Cretin after dark. We'll call it that. Tonight's story is about 2 times I was put off or off-put by an autistic person or a person with special needs. I'm giving you the fucking spoiler right now. Right out the gate. If you don't like to hear shit about autism or special needs in a I'm not insulting them. I'm in no way insulting them. A comedic form that doesn't insult them. You don't like to hear about autism or special needs. Right now, turn it off, go away. Don't fucking go any further. Go find other shit to watch. Find my other shit, old shit. Find any shit. Don't stay here. You're not going to be happy. You're not going to like it. I am going to use the R word, which is retarded. In a historical context, it won't be fucking mean-spirited. It will be a reflection of the 70s, late 70s, 80s, early 90s, when that word was still fucking in the American lexicon, the worldwide lexicon. I hope I'm using the word lexicon right. I'm going to use words that are going to fucking piss you off. I'm going to make scenarios that might piss you off if you have people in your life with autism or special needs. I am not shitting on them. I'm telling you the stories that happened to me in the dealings I had with them. I will not fucking belittle them, or I was going to say bewilder, but I probably will bewilder them. Ha! Again, not mean-spirited. I'm not going to do anything mean-spirited towards these people. But the situations are fucked up. I'm going to tell you 2 stories of times I was put off or off-put by autistic or special needs people. Because one's recent and one's back in the day. The recent one triggered back in the day. And you might have noticed in the background there's some apple cider vinegar here and a shot glass. I haven't shat right for like 2 weeks, and I hear you take a couple shots of that, opens the fucking gates, or you take some of that red fucking sea salt, pink sea salt, Himalayan shit, in some water. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to do that because they say that makes you shit like fucking multiple times. I haven't shit right for a while, so I'm going to try to just flush the system. But back to the autism special needs stories. Folks, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. I understand. Don't watch any of my videos. You don't like what I'm going to say? Fucking don't unsubscribe. Go away. I don't give a fuck. Stories are true. All situations are true. You're here or you're not. So here we go. This story starts last Friday. A week to the day. Last Friday. Well, it starts before that even. 2 to 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks ago even. We'll say 3 weeks. We'll call it a fucking, an average. 3 weeks ago, the place I work has a very large warehouse, and we've done it once before, 8 years ago. The people I work for, well, the owner I work for is a, lack of a better word, a hoarder. He keeps shit and keeps shit because down the road we might use it, down the road we might use it, down the road we might use it. We never fucking use it. So when it's back in this huge warehouse, shit just piles up. Maybe someday we'll use this one little fucking circuit card that we'll put over here and no one's gonna fucking know where the fuck it is. No one's having any idea. We'll walk around out here for 45, 55, fucking 105 minutes. No one's gonna find it. What the fuck? Where are we fucking keeping it? But like 8 years ago, we hired a dumpster service that came in a couple times a day, and we just threw shit away. That's 8 years ago. Now, we'll say 3 weeks ago, we got a different dumpster service. Did this? Oh, Jesus Christ! I got gas. Did the same thing. Before they came, the owner came out, went through the entire shit lot. It looked like the goddamn any Mad Max movie, The Walking Dead trash people. It just looked like a fucking sea of bullshit. Well, he came out, red tags, and he tag. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. And there was also a sale pile. So we did that shit over to the side like a big dumb shit garage sale, which is still going on. I'm not giving you the company name. You can find it. You can find dumb shit online. But tag, throw us away. And since I'm the only fucking forklift driver who can drive, I'm not the only forklift driver. I'm the only forklift driver that they let or they demand. Give me a second. Tongue-tied. I'm the only forklift driver who has the fucking skills to move shit from point A to point B without dropping or fucking running into something. They told me for that week when the dumpster was there, that's my job. I just take care of getting shit to and from point bullshit to point thrown away. Not a problem all day, all night. You pay my fucking check. You pay my fucking mortgage. You pay my utilities. You want me to fucking move shit from point A to point B? I got no beef with that. So we're doing that. And this whole time, there's also, they're putting shit out for sale. Like I said, the garage sale shit. Well, they had a bunch of these old school desktop computer towers. The old school shit, you know, when you would have this big fucking box on your desk and it would come out to your keyboard and your mouse. Not laptops, not phones, not pads and all that shit. The big bulky fuckers. Well, I guess at some point they put those online and a family, like a mom and a dad and 5 kids came out to, they had like 12, 15, I don't know. They came out and got a few of them. And they went away on their way. Well, then the next day, the HR, this is after we finished up the entire fucking throw shit away and go away. And it was like a week later when I'd forgotten about the entire bullshit shenanigans. I moved on to doing my actual job. But then the HR came out, and in this story, I'm not going to call her HR the entire time. And since I work with her, and I'm still there, and in case she watches this, I'm going to call her Janet. Her name's not Janet, but I'm going to call her Janet. Well, Janet comes out early in the day. This is a Friday of last week. Early in the day, Friday, and says, later in the afternoon, can you go with me to drop off the rest of these? It's like 10, 12, half to empty computer towers to this lady and her husband who came and got the other ones. And I'm like, well, I can, because as you all forget, when you come out and ask me for favors, you pay me. You pay me my fucking wage. I don't have to fucking... I say no, and you're like, no, dipshit, you work for me. Get in the fucking van, we're going. But she comes out with respect, which I fucking always admire and cherish. Will you, later on today, go with me to deliver these computer towers to this family? They've got a kid who likes to refurbish these shits piece by piece and then sell them he makes them into gaming computers, but they're in the retro fucking skins, you know what I'm saying? He gives them updated guts, but in that old school, like 80s, late 80s, 90s, boxy bullshit. It might be a thing, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I didn't look into it. But I'm like, yeah, well, fuck yeah. Well, you're going to pay me to sit on my ass in the van for an hour to an hour and a half while you drive me out to God knows where, and I just got to fucking pick up a few empty to half empty computer fucking things and take them in the house? That's not a problem. Fuck yeah. And I enjoy Janet's company. I'm not going to go into that, but she'll never see it unless I send it to her, and she won't watch this far anyway. But yeah, Janet and someone else loaded the van up, or just her by herself. I wasn't watching. I was doing my actual job. Load the van up with all these computer towers, and around 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish, she comes out, are you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, whatever the fuck you want. And we close at 4. So we got a window of 2 to 2.5 hours. By the time we leave there, it's like 2:10. We got a window of like an hour and 50 minutes. But she's part of the family, so we have as much time as we fucking want. But she's trying to get back there because I am not cheap to keep on the schedule doing nothing, sitting on my ass. And she doesn't really want to fucking hang out with this lady because, as you'll find out as the story goes, she's a pistachio waiting to be fucking holed. She's nutty. We get in the van. We're heading out. To this point, I just know we're taking these computer fucking towers to a kid who refurbishes them, rebuilds them, and sells them. I'm not aware of the fact that it's a family. The father works, the mother stays home and homeschools these 5 kids. The oldest child is a boy. He is functionally autistic, which is, you know, he's actually putting together a resume, trying to get out there in the world. He is like you and me. We're all functionally autistic. See, I can't even fucking talk right. He's a regular kid. Oh, goddamn it. He's a regular kid, but he's on the new fucking day and age on the spectrum. Back in the day, he would just been like fucking Forrest Gump. He can still serve in the military. He can still do marathons. He can still hold Bubba. He's still a part of society. He's a good guy as the story progresses. Now, what she fails to mention of these 5 children, until we get too far away from the fucking workplace for me to say drop me off so I can walk back, because I don't want any part of this. The second oldest boy is 14 years old, and he is severely autistic. Which again, I don't know. I have no problem with that. But as we're driving, she explains that the night before, he threatened his mother with a steak knife to stab her. And this is the point where I realized, oh shit, you brought me along to be a human fucking shield in case this guy goes nuclear. See that? Nuclear, not nuclear. Nuclear. And she laughed it off. And I didn't laugh it off because I don't want to die fucking willy-nilly. I'll die for something smart and shit like that, but not just I'm taking a computer in a house and some guy just says, ah! And what the fuck? But she tells me that. And I'm like, okay. I question her on the human shield shit. And then I also back that up with, because I'm always thinking, it's always running. The shit never stops. It's a fucking endless loop. I'm like, well, okay, so wait a minute. They had the first kid. He's a little off. Don't get mad at me for saying a little off. I'm going to say shit like normal and retarded and a little off. And I don't mean any fucking offense by any of it. But, okay, he's a little off. He's not quite normal, but he's not over here. He's a little off. Okay, I understand that. Your first shot out the gate, maybe you didn't hit the fucking target. Okay, so they have another child. This child is 3,000% worse than this one over here. This one's got a violent fucking temper, steak knives and threats and fucking all this bullshit, outbursts. At this point, don't you maybe evaluate perhaps your seed or your eggs or his seed or the combination of the two, or maybe God doesn't want you to have a functional fucking child? I'm sorry, folks, I told you. At this point, maybe you stop. But no, they had 3 more after that. And the next 3, as she told me, are normal. I didn't say it. She said it. I know what she meant. You know what I mean. They're normal. So on the drive there, I'm like, okay. Okay, so I'm probably going to die today. Because this kid's threatening his own mom. Threatening his own mom with steak knives and shit. I don't know the fucking, I don't know the context of why he's threatening her. But we'll get there. So we're driving and driving. And as we're driving, we're leaving civilized fucking buildings and shit over here. We're going out into the fucking country. I'm thinking at this point, we're going to a fucking The Hills Have Eyes trailer park location where I'm going to end up a goddamn lampshade or a toilet cover or a fucking bring out the gimp. Gimp's asleep, wake him up. I'm like, what the fuck? If it comes down to it, Janet's getting left, and I'm fucking hightailing it the fuck out of there. But we get there. It's like a secret cul-de-sac behind these fucking big ass trees, and the houses are nice. The houses are like 2-3 stories, or 2 stories with an attic, big double fucking driveways and shit. We pull up in front of this one. It's like a 2-story with an attic, and we'll find out later it's got a basement. So we pull up, and this lady comes out, the homeschooler, with the 2, the mildly autistic and the super autistic, and the, don't get pissy, normal kids. The normal kids get the fuck out of the way and stay out of the way. The moderately autistic does not. But we start unloading the fucking van, these towers, take them in the house. And I take my load in. Well, Janet takes in like these little fucking bags and shit, so she doesn't have to go downstairs. There's a downstairs. There's a basement. I'm carrying the shit. I walk in the house the first time. There's the mom. There's Janet. There's the adult, basically 18-year-old resume. He's like Shaggy from fucking Scooby-Doo. He's just, hey, how's it going? And they got the fucking, they unblocked the fucking stairway to the basement. Now, as I'm about to go downstairs to the basement, this dude, 14 years old, this presence as big as me, as tall as me, as fucking thick as me, comes around the corner. And I want one of those. I'm like, I'm like, in the outside, I'm just, and I start heading down the stairs, and this guy's following. This guy is my legitimate fucking shadow. I'm walking down the stairs with these shits to put them down on the shelf. There's a shelf and a bench downstairs with this other kid, his little brother, his smaller brother, like he's like 10 or 12, who rebuilds these shits and I guess sells them. He's the whole time walking. This guy's behind me. I want one of those. Give me one of those. I want one of those. I deserve one of those. And the kid behind him, the normal son, I'm going to rebuild these. I'm going to give you one. You're going to get one. Don't worry about it. One of these is yours. I'm going to give you the first one. You get one when it works. These don't work. But you can't reason with what you can't reason with. This guy, and the stairs are like fucking a 45-degree slope. There's no light in the stairs. I'm thinking I'm walking down to the basement to get clubbed in the fucking head by the husband, who I haven't seen. He's at work. I always go to the worst place in my mind. But I'm walking this shit out of the stairs. I'm waiting for this guy to fucking either push me in the back or fucking kick me in the shoulders so I can fucking pirouette down the stairs and eat fucking computers. He doesn't. He's just the whole time walking down behind me trying to fucking state his case. He's got 10, he's got 12. Give me one. Give me one. Just give me one. I'm like, I put these down. I turn around. He's right here. I'm like, dude, I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I don't make the calls in this house. Ask one of them. I'm just doing my job. Give me one. Give me one. Again, can't help you. Excuse me. I didn't hit him. I didn't touch him or anything. Excuse me. Went back upstairs. He's still the entire time behind me. It's not fair. He's got 10. He's got, give me one. I'm like, I'm ignoring him. I'm walking upstairs. I walk past the mom. I walk past Janet. No one's saying shit to this fucking silhouette fucking shadowing me. I walk outside. I get a few more because, there's hollow shells. I'm walking back inside. The whole time this guy's, it's not fair. Give me one. Give me one. I'm trying again. I don't make the calls here. Not my house. Not your mom. Not your dad. Not your family. And at this point, I'm starting to get kind of miffed, if you will. Not pissed, but I'm not saying this is the same thing, but I'm saying this is the exact same fucking thing. But I'm not saying it's the same thing, but in reality, it's the exact same fucking thing. But when you think about it, it's not the same thing. But when you think about it, it's the exact fucking same thing. I'm thinking, if I knew I had people coming over to do a job or visit or hang out or company, and I knew that I had a Rottweiler that's skittish around people, I would put that Rottweiler in a room or in the backyard, or see if I had a neighbor who could take care of it for a minute that the dog trusted, or a family member. I would get rid of the Rottweiler while I had company or service work say I'm with fucking Roto-Rooter or fucking any kind of other company, I come to your house, put your dog away. That was in my mind. Why didn't you put, I'm not saying your dog, why didn't you put that away? Because if he goes fucking full fucking DEFCON 5, I'm not going to stand there and take it. Neither here nor there. I'm not a bully. I'm just saying, you swing at me, I swing back. Like Digital Underground. If you kiss me, then I kiss you back. But if you smack me, then I'll smack you back. Well, anyway, bringing that shit in. There's 2 more loads, like, up and down the stairs. He's still doing the fucking prosecution or the defense. Gimme, 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 gimme. I'm still waiting to get kicked in the back of the head or leg sweep down the stairs or kitchen knife stab. Well, the mom and Janet just ignore the fact that I'm being fucking tormented the entire time. There's like, ah, it's so good that he's found someone to bond with. That would be like equating fucking John Wayne Gacy found young boys to bond with, and you found him in his goddamn crawl space. I'm not bonding with anyone. I'm bonding with me trying to fucking not get kicked in the back of the head and shoved down the stairs. Here nor there. The last computer. I go up the stairs last time. Finally, Mom and Janet pull this motherfucker to the side and say, let the man do his job. And he's off to the side. Finally, I think, bullshit. I go outside, get the last tower. I'm walking back toward the house. It's like a 2-step up, doorway. You go right, you go left, you go down the stairs. I'm walking up, and in the doorway now, I got fucking Michael Myers just beefing the entire fucking doorway. And at this point, it's huffs. It's and I'm like, Jesus, I'm not going to win this. I am not going to win this. I got a computer here. He's there. I'm thinking, I'll walk up the stairs. He's either going to fucking swing wild, a fucking George Foreman South 40 fucking miss me, and I'm going to miss me, and he's going to eat this fucking computer because I'm not going to stand there and take it like a little fucking woman. Or, and more likely, in the real world, he's going to fucking come South 40 haggler, connect with my ass. I'm going to go fucking, woo, back of the head to concrete. I didn't have time to fucking throw the computer, so back of the head to concrete, computer to the face. I'm dead or I'm retarded. Don't get mad. That would retard my normal sense. That's retarded. But I'm getting fucking the short end of the fucking stick here. But as I'm walking up, I get to the top of the steps. He's not moving. I just straight dead him in the eye. Straight dead him in the eye. Excuse me. Just a normal, not mean, not fucking extravagant. Excuse me. And he backed the fuck up 2 steps. I went around. I went downstairs. I put the computer down. He didn't follow me this time because either Mom or someone or maybe the big brother shut him down, or maybe he just gave up. I came back up. At this point, it's like an hour till we close, and I'm looking at Janet, and I'm like, we need to get back unless you want to pay me to overtime to not do anything. Well, I'm I'm thinking that she knows what I'm saying. I'm like, we need to get back. And she's like, she don't want to be there either. She want to be there anyway because she's not comfortable either. And she's like talking to the mom, and she's, well, we gotta get back because he has to go and all this bullshit and all that. And at this point, the mom realizes that, you know, shit's done. She's a house mom. She's a homeschooling. She's lonely. She has to let us go. She thank you, God. She's churchy. Thank you, God bless you. And she walks Janet out the front door. Now, at this point, Skull Hogan is over here. I'm not being an asshole. This guy's still Puffy Puff. This guy's still Puff Daddy. The mom and the fucking Janet went outside to the van to leave, to take me back to work so I can clock out and go home and hopefully still be alive and not a fucking skin fixture on the fucking basement of the Hills Have Eyes house. I'm walking past this kid who's the same size as me and the same fucking build as me, and as I'm walking out, I swear to you on my soul and everything sacred and holy, I'm walking out, he's here, side eye, this motherfucker, as I'm walking out, mom's outside, Jan's outside, I get this. This motherfucker did an exorcist or a fucking cat people to the side of my head. In my fucking adult life, in my entire life, in my entire 51 years on this fucking earth, I've never heard another human being look at me and go, that shit was so fucking off-putting. I just thumbs up, got the fuck out of there. There's Janet and the mom, and they're on the porch still doing Jesus loves you and blessings and blessings. They're both church people. And I just look at Janet and I go, I'm getting in the fuck. I didn't say it like that. I'll be in the van when you're ready. And I get in the van, and a couple more seconds, she finally gets in the van, and she looks over at, she's driving. She starts it up, she's backing out, and I'm giving her this. I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but and she's like, what? I'm like, you didn't hear that shit? And she's like, no, what? You didn't hear that motherfucker hiss at me. And she's like, no. And I relate the story. I was walking out of the fucking house. You two were out here making sweet love to Jesus' name, parting the fucking Red Seas with Moses and shit. And I'm walking through goddamn Apocalypse Now, waiting for this asshole to attack me because neither one of you fucking told him to stop. And the motherfucker's as big as me. And he's got what we used to call back in the old school days, in the 70s, late 70s, 80s, and 90s, if you came up against a person with special needs and they swung on you and they hit you and they knocked your fucking head around the back of your asshole, it was called retard strength. He had retard strength. I had old man fucking brittle fucking bones. I used to have retard strength. Not so much anymore. Now I have retarded strength because my strength doesn't meet the fucking factors it should. But she's like, no, I didn't hear that. I walked out of the... She's like, hear what? I was like, I walked out of the house. Before I walked past you two, this motherfucker over here came at me like he was fucking Blade. I don't ever want to do this shit again. Don't ever take me on site. And that is my first story of why I was put off by an autistic person. I've only met, that's the first one I've ever met that was like that. Now, I'm telling you memorable stories. That's a memorable story which will probably haunt me down the road, because I'm going to tell you that to tell you this. This is an old story of a special needs person who still haunts my mind, like this motherfucker will haunt my mind down the road. This is an old fucking story right here. Camp Pendleton. Oh, it's a military story. I got the gas. I love the beers. I think it's number 4. We're in it, folk. Camp Pendleton. Toward the end of my enlistment, there was a woman. Her name is Jamie Buffery. I'm not going to change her name. That's 20 fucking plus years ago, and you can look her up online. She exists online. Jamie Buffery, at the time, had the most beautiful, fucking gorgeous, full, natural tits I'd ever seen in real life. I never saw him actually naked. I saw him through t-shirts and shit, but when it got cold out, them lug nuts popped. I was like, oh my, I want to just change tires. Just pretty in the face, huge fucking tits, beautiful body. And she always wanted to hang out with me, which didn't make sense at the time because I was still younger and didn't realize that I was in fact the gay friend. Oh, many of you guys will realize that a beautiful girl wants to hang out with you and you think you're going to fuck her. You're never going to fuck her. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to get close to fucking her. You're the gay friend. I was the gay friend. Didn't register. Oh, let's go hang out. Let's go hang out. I'm like, yeah. Oh, shit, I'm not getting no pussy. I'm the gay friend. It took a while, but neither here nor there. There was a time she'd always come around and we'd hang out together and all that shit. But one time in the chow hall, I'm at the end of the line. Line's kind of long. And behind me comes in 2 people I have no idea who the fuck they are. And Jamie. And I turn around. Well, I heard her. She's like, hey, Poland. I'm like, what's up? Between me and her, there are 2 people who are clearly special needs because they have Special Olympics fucking t-shirts with their numbers on them. You're an asshole for thinking what the fuck you think I thought you were gonna fucking think, bitch. They were clearly special needs because they had Special Olympics fucking shirts on with their numbers, and she was behind them and she's like, hey, can you help me? There was 2 of them. There's a girl and a boy. Can you help me get her through the line, get her tray and get her food and shit and whatnot? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'm here. And she's like, why didn't you volunteer to do this shit with me? We could be fucking just hanging out all day until we had to chaperone. And I'm like, well, there's just let's go with the fucking most obvious reason I didn't volunteer to do this shit with you. I had no fucking idea you were doing this shit. Otherwise, I would have been fucking hanging out with you 8 hours a day, looking at those big fat fucking beautiful fat fucking titties. In my head, out loud, I just said, I didn't know. You should have told me. But then, can you help her and I'll help him? Yeah, no problem. We're in the line. And the entire time I'm talking to her, I'm not listening to this girl right here, and she's a young teen. I'm in my 20s, not doing anything inappropriate, but she's the entire time. We could have fun sometime. 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 And I'm like, I finally hear her, and I'm like, yeah, we could have fun sometime. That's cool. We could have fun sometime. We could have fun sometime. We could have fun sometime. Like, yeah, I like fun. Fun's cool. We could have fun sometime. We could have fun sometime. We could have fun sometime. Like, yeah, I caught that the first dozen times. We could have fun sometime. We could have fun sometime. And we got to the end of the line, and at that point, I got her tray. She had her tray, and Jamie's back here. She's like, "You want to come sit with us?" And I veered left. I'm an asshole. I veered left to the farthest point away from the motherfuckers as I could, because I can't stand that fucking repeating shit. Like the fucking Tom Green, my bum is on your head, my bum is on your head, my bum is on your head. That shit bothers me. Not a lot of the fucking shit in the world bothers me. And I know I'm not blaming the girl. I'm not blaming the girl. I'm not blaming the boy with the give me one, give me one, give me. That's how they're wired. I'm not blaming anyone for that. But the shit bothers me. So, side note, this is a side note down the road. Jamie Buffery, who used to be this very feminine, goddamn, very fucking desirable woman, voluptuous, huge tits, nice ass. I Googled, because I'm a dirty pervert. Well, at some point, she decided, before I left the military, she was like, "I want to go do topless modeling. Will you come as like security?" And I was like, "Yeah, not a problem. If I can see them fat fucking tits, I'll come fucking take a bullet in the fucking face. I don't give a fuck." So I was like, "Oh, did she ever go do it?" Google, no. Let me tell you the tragedy of this story. She did not transition into a man, but she became a professional female bodybuilder. So those fucking huge, natural, beautiful tits became huge, natural pectorals. That's basically just telling God to go fuck yourself. You made this amazing thing, and then I just told you to go stick it in your ass, because it wasn't even for like back pains. Now she went and did the China thing. I don't give a fuck. Those two are my stories for why I'm off put by autistic people, and well, an autistic person and this special needs person, not in general. I'm going to take 2 shots of this apple cider vinegar here, because I haven't been shitting right for... I haven't been shitting right for a minute. And they say this shit helps loosen your fucking... your colon. And tomorrow morning I'm going to take some of that pink sea salt bullshit. I just want to shit right. So let's do this together. I don't do edits, so this is all real. You stayed this late. I can't see the fucking mark, but that's a half. Don't smell bad. Woo! We'll call it good there. Oh, yeah. That's probably a double shot. Woo! That's supposed to move your fucking bowels and shit. Sour. Not bad. Tastes alright. Just a little shocking. Well, I'm going to finish this beer. I'm going to head off to bed. I gave you stories of autism and special needs. I hope you weren't offended by any of them. I hope you come back. If you don't, you don't. First night of, or first time, first ever, probably last one, of a Cretin After Dark. I fell a while back, my tailbone hurts, so. As always, and with love, and with respect, peace spoken.